Hello and welcome to this new Android development tutorial. This is part 2 of how to make a video player application for Android. In the previous tutorial we initialized the UI and some elements as well as asking permissions and that kind of stuff. Right now we will continue working on our app, and for this we will go to our main activity.java file. As you can see, we previously initialized the list view right here, and then now we have to initialize the we will create the adapter. So what's an adapter? Well, an adapter is a class that sets the elements or the information in every cell of the list view as it is required. So it depends on which part of the list view the user is navigating at any given moment in time. So the text adapter will figure that out and actually set the needed and required information. For that, we will create an inner class in order to maintain everything on a single source file for simplicity. We go and say class, and we'll call this text adapter because it's an adapter that will show text. What is the text we'll be showing? Well, the file name of our video files. So text adapter, and these will be set to extend. So extend base adapter, which is the base class of an adapter. Okay, and inside this base adapter, as you can see, we have a warning right here that tells us to implement methods. We will click on that and we'll click on OK, and the methods will be automatically implemented for us. Okay, before this get count method, we will start creating our method of our own, which will be the set data method. For that, we have to create a global variable that will define the data we'll be using. For that, we say private list of string. Okay, and we call this data, so it's an array list of strings. Okay, which is great. So make sure you import this right here. So make sure you import the list thing and type a string. It's called data, and we will set this to new array list, as you can see. Okay, right now we're inside here, and we will create our set data method. For that, we will type public void set data, and inside these we will we have to pass some data which will be passed from the outside world. To call that way, that data is an array list, of course, of strings. Okay, you have to use the same type, and this will be called m data for us to be clear with what we mean. Now we will set and check if everything is okay. So we will go and clear the data. For that, we go say data dot clear, so clears the previous data, as you can see, and we'll add all the data that we have right here. So you're gonna say data dot add all, and inside here we will say m data because that's the parameter that it's passed. And after we did this, we will tell the adapter that we have new data. For that, there is a default method we have to call, which is notify dataset changed. And that will be it for our set data method. On the get count method, so this method will be called by the list view to know how many items do we have. So that will return data that size. Okay, pretty simple. The get item method won't be used for us for now, and the get item ID won't be used either. And so now we have those methods. The get view method is actually a pretty important one. It's the most important method actually, which defines how the adapter works. So first we will check the convert view, which is the view passed, if it's null. So we go say if convert view equals null, then we will assign it. So we're going to say convert view, and we'll set it to layout inflator, as you can see right here, that from, we open parentheses and type parent, which is the parent, is the element passed as a group, as a view group type. So parent that get context, oops, I type a comma instead of a dot, so that get context. And right here we will again close, let me see, convert view layout inflator from parent that get context. Okay, and outside this we're gonna type that inflate, and here we will type the name of our item, which is this item XML right here. So we're gonna say r that layout that item. Okay, because that is the item we will inflate, which is the text view on every cell of our list view. So we're gonna go ahead and type comma parent, and we'll set attached to root, we'll say will be false, and don't forget to end it with a semicolon. I can put this in a new line in order for you to see what I'm doing right here. Okay, so if convert view is null, which for example we will know on the first time on, and when a new cell comes into focus, okay, into scope, and then these will be called again. We will set the tag, which is the identifier that then we will retrieve. So for that we go and say convert view that set tag, and we will pass a class that we will just create right now. So outside the get view method, we will create a view holder class, which is just a simple class that enables us to set the text view stuff. So here we're going to say class view holder. So this is outside the get view method, but still inside the adapter class. So class view holder, and we will open brackets right now, and we'll type text view, for example, info. Okay, and as a constructor method, we go ahead and say view holder. We'll pass, of course, the text view type will be called info or minfo for us to clarify more. Okay, so when the view holder method is called, this will set info, which is the outside element, to minfo, and that's pretty much it. So now we can go back to our set tag that we're calling previously. So right here, and now we can say new view holder, which is the class we just created. So go new view holder, and here we will pass we will type another parentheses. Inside this parentheses will be text view. Outside that will be convert view that find view by ID, and here we will find the actual ID that was inside our item. So we go ahead and say item, and that was called my item, as you can see right here. So we go and find view by ID, we'll type r.id that my item, as you can see. So right now we have defined our item right there, and we can continue to work in our get view method. So now after the if statement, so we are done with convert view is null. So after this, we will create a view holder item, which will be view holder. We will set these and we'll cast this to view holder, as you can see, and this will be equal to convert view that get tag. So we are getting the tag we previously created, and now we will get the item. We will get the item of these in order for us to know what we're doing right here, and we will set the text to the item we want. But the items, okay, the items will contain the path of the file. So we don't want to display all that thing. We just want to display the name of the video file. For that, we will create a string, so final string item, and we will set these to data that get position. So we're getting the current element of the current position of the data array list. Okay, so that's item. Okay, and then we will go and set the text. For that, we go say holder dot info dot set text, and we will set this to item dot substring. So we're defining the part of the whole string we want to print. So substring will be item that last index of, and will be single quote / and outside this we'll type +1. What this is saying is basically just display the name. So you're getting the last / so just before the name starts. So as simple as that. So right now we're getting this, and instead of returning null, we have to return convert view, as you can see right here. And now our adapter is ready to be used. So we have to use our adapter right now because it's just ready for us to use it. So to use the adapter, we have to just set it up once, and we will set it up in the onResume method. Okay, and we will kind of link that adapter to our list view. So we go to onResume method inside this if bracket, and we will say final text adapter. We'll call it text adapter, and we'll say new text adapter. Okay, and after this we'll say text adapter that set data, because we have to set data to something, and we don't have data yet, so we will create some right here, like saying final list of arrays, because remember that was the data type we used, and we will call this videos list, for example, and this will be set to new array list. Okay, and here we will create a for loop that will populate the data. So we can say for int I equals 0, I less than maybe 100 items. So this is just for testing, and I plus plus. So inside these, we're gonna say videos list that add, and here we will add string that value of I, just for us to test and have a numbered index, or use the index as the number of our cells. And now we have populated these, and now we have to set the data. For that, we're going to say text adapter that set. Oh, we already did it. So set data, and the data we will pass will be videos list. So set data and videos list, as you can see. And after this, we're going to go and say list view that set adapter, and this will be text adapter. Now we will run the app and wait for it hopefully works. So now it's been compiling and running, and as you can see, it is asking for permissions. So it says allow video player to access photos, media, and files on your device, and you will click on allow. Or actually, just to test this, I will click on deny. So if you say deny, then the app is closed. Okay, so if I go and search for our application, which is the video player, I will check if the video player is here. Right, here's the video player, and here it's asking again for permissions, and this time I will allow permissions. So I click on allow. As you can see, we have our list view working great. So we have numbered items. Every cell of these is set to the index of that, so it's from 0 to 99 should be, because it's 100 elements, as you can see. So this is great, this is cool. And now we will also be able, so when we have the videos files, here will appear, for example, my video.mp4, and when we click on that video, then the video player will open and will start playing the video. Okay, and then we'll maybe have a button that will close the video player and enable us to play another video. So we can maybe scroll down here and click on another video, and that video will be played again, and so on and so forth. We will also enable some features like renaming the video, deleting the video, and basically that will be it. So that will be done in a future video. For now, this is it for this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I see you in the next one. Bye.